always talking, cruising on this ocean ride. Cruise Talk Live with Bill and Scott, moving and grooving, giving all they got. Award-winning collaboration night and day, embracing the journey all the way. Cruise Talk Live on over 125 Sailings Haley. Cabins and cocktails, ports on the map, laughs in the lounge, crowd starts to clap. Questions are flying, waves keep time. Two cool captains sailing every line. Cruise Talk Live with Bill and Scott, moving and grooving, giving all they got. Award-winning collaboration night and day, embracing the journey all the way. From sunrise coffee to midnight show, they know each corner, every tide and glow. Leaning closer, let the sea breeze play this floating conversation, rolling all the way.
How's it going, young man?
Not too bad. How we doing?
Good, good. It's been a while, but it's good. Good to see you and good to hear from you.
It has been. We've actually we both have been cruising, believe it or not.
Nice.
Yes. How was your short? It was a short cruise, correct?
6 days. It wasn't too bad. I just the West Coast is a different cruise animal. I mean, it's 75 during the day and 59 at night or whatever. So it's a different animal. The vibe of the ship is different. I think it's a little more laid back. So, yeah.
West Coast. Whoa. West Coast is definitely. I don't know what happened there, but West Coast is late. Definitely laid back. For sure. I just went out of Florida. I went out of Port Canaveral, and we went out of the Carnival Mardi Gras. So that was so much fun. It was with Greg and Michelle, Mark and Stephanie with the Cruise World and Cruise Life TV. So that was a bunch of fun.
That sounds like a great cruise, and all four of those guys are just great people to be around. Greg and Michelle haven't really been around them, but watching them on the match game and dealing with you guys, then Stephanie and Mark, I met them before, and they were just great people.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, you have met them before. You're muted.
Long time ago. It was one of the inaugural cruises of something, probably either Celebration or it probably was Celebration. One of those ships. I met them a long time ago.
Nice. Well, today I believe we are going to talk a little bit about port safety. Well, kind of. Well, my question, I guess, to you guys are do you guys stay close to the ports, no matter what port it is? We're just going to say generalization here before we get started. Do you guys stay close to the port when you are in port, or do you venture out? Do you feel like seeing the ship makes you feel a little bit more safe? Or are you a wanderer? I feel like Bill. I feel like you're a wanderer. Tell us a little bit more.
You know what? I am kind of a wanderer, but I was in law enforcement many years. You have to understand your surroundings and things that are going on around you, and things that are going on now. It's giving me pause for thought.
Oh yeah.
There's some things going on around. I mean, something happened today that is it could impact cruising. Don't quote me on this, people, but I don't know where it might go. For those of you that haven't heard, there was a speedboat off of Florida that wandered into Cuba's sea base, and there was a confrontation, and 4 people died, and 6 people were injured. I don't know if whenever you cruise from Florida, you go out 5, 6 hours, 7 hours, maybe a little less, and you look over to your left. Well, that's Cuba.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, is it going to be something? Maybe, maybe not. But it's the kind of thing that makes me think. I know people. I was on the West Coast when Mexico had their little problem, their little dust up, shall we say? And
did you get off the ship?
No, I didn't. But I wasn't at Puerto Vallarta, or I wasn't there. I was actually in Ensenada.
Okay.
But when the State Department started putting out the warnings, Ensenada was one of the places. And for anybody who knows anything about how terrorism works, wherever like there's a lot of people gathered, a big function and stuff like that, terrorism is just kind of like what it says, terror. They want to put terror in people's hearts. It's not a war. They want to put terror in hearts.
Right.
And that was one of those cases. It's like, well, Ensenada is just a little too close. And I don't know where the drug cartel, I don't know where like their main hold is on the country. I mean, it could be down in Ensenada. I don't know. I didn't have a chance to study that. I never thought about it. But Puerto Vallarta
did want to know at that moment.
It wasn't too far away, and it gave pause. It's like no, and I didn't see anything. Somebody on our ship said they did see something burning. I didn't see anything. And sometimes, when you're out there, the locals burn things. They whether start a fire to burn brush or anything like that. So just like one little puff of smoke wouldn't mean much. Right. But do I want to get off? And if you know anything about Ensenada, there's nothing in the port area. So you can take an excursion. You can walk around a couple of buildings, or they had the free shuttle to downtown Ensenada. It might not be the best place to be, in my opinion. Nobody that I know had a problem when they got off the ship. Nobody had a problem. But if I'm gonna take chances, I'm gonna weigh it on the side of, I would really want to see that. Cairo, I want to go to Cairo and see the pyramids. Probably not the brightest idea right now, but I do want to do that. I'll take the risk to do that. But
just not right now.
Yeah. Well, probably 27. I forgot. We'll see whenever she has her cruise over there on Virgin. But I go over there and take a chance. But I understand I'm taking a chance. And this, when the State Department says, "Hey, you might want to rethink going down to Ensenada right now, not forever," Yeah, you know what? I'll listen this time.
There we go. I'm glad because Bill, we need a three-peat. I even forgot to do that. I'm sorry. So now that we're both back home, you are all tuning in. I forgot we came in hot today, which was amazing. Your 2024 and 2025 best collab series of the years. And we needed this man to stay on the ship in Mexico because we needed a 2026. Without him, there is no replacement. We don't have other people to step in where to do this. So yes, I'm glad you stayed on the ship. I'm glad you had fun. And yeah, I mean, we're gonna get into it a little bit. For me, I think it's really port dependent. I know there's a poll too as you guys come in, asking you where you guys stand on this and how far you go out in port. So before this gets away from us, let me see who's come on into the chat. I know StreamYard has been doing a little something weird with the chats and things have been getting stuck. I've been in other chats live and things haven't been sending, and it's just I don't know what's going on. So YouTube or StreamYard or what's not. Danny D is the first one in. Hello, Danny Dizzle. Welcome in. Well, good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Good friend Mona is here. Hello, Mona. Mousy 777. Happy hump day. Travel with Josie Ann also joins us. Travel with Josie Ann. Good to see you. Firenz is here. Bringing out Firenz too. Yo, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. It looks like a new name to me, but let us know. Always good to see some new names in the cruising community.
Always.
More to see is here. Gerald and Mark. Happy Wednesday to you guys. Danny D has been a member for 6 months, and I know I have so many members in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for sticking by us. That goes for Bill and us, and thank you for being especially a member of this show right here. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. M is here. Hello, Emily. Welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you. Chris Moss is here. Hello, Chris Moss. Happy Wednesday to you.
Hey, Chris.
A big Murph's Life is here. Hi there, Scott and Mr. Bill. Hey there, everyone in the chat. Yep. See. Hi there, Scott and Bill. Hey there, everyone in the chat. So Bill, so YouTube is having an issue with the live streams and also StreamYard. Danny D just let me know, and I also know that there was something wrong because there was about 40 people in this chat and the chat is not going anywhere.
Well, I noticed that. I was looking, I'm like, there's nobody here. As far as chatting, there's nobody here. And then in the beginning, when I was trying to put up the poll, which I've done on many occasions, I couldn't put it up. Yeah. And I'm like, what's going on? And of course, I wait till the last minute trying to rush. But I thought something was going on.
I think I think there's an issue because I was definitely in Tanya's before this too, and the same thing was happening. And Danny D just texted me and said that too. So, It's weird because I'm sure this is obviously actually a good topic too. I'm sure people actually are saying a lot of things, and we can't see what you guys are saying. I can't even see on my phone. So when I'm in here, but I can see I have almost 20 people in there, and Bill has the other to make up. Obviously, some people left after they figure they can't chat, and it's a little frustrating. But yeah, I
don't know what happened with that, but. I thought it was a topical subject as far as what's going on nowadays. And when I saw this with Cuba, cruising, I never thought too much about cruising. I thought about it as far as some of the ports that you get off at sometimes, but I really never really thought about it. But now the waters, you had Aruba and Venezuela. They were having warships going to Venezuela, and Venezuela and Aruba are like right next to each other. It's like people. I just want to be on a vacation, lay in the sun, get in a pool, dip my toes in some water. That's all I want to do. I don't want to see military airplanes flying overhead and ships, cruising by me, warships cruising by me. I don't want to see any of that. I don't want to go. I don't want to go cruising by Cuba knowing they don't like us.
Absolutely.
So anyway,
absolutely. Any kind of civil unrest, kind of makes you feel like. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten off the ship either. Don't get me wrong. I definitely in Mexico, I wouldn't have gotten off the ship. Definitely smart. But you want to know, there's different ports. Like right now, like for instance, in Nassau, Bahamas, I actually went further than I probably normally would have. You guys will see that vlog that comes out on Monday. But I took a really long walk, which was like a half an hour, but I took a really long walk with my buddy Savio, and we went all the way to the tip, which I don't know if you guys have ever went to the tip in Nassau, Bahamas, but I would do things like that because I want to get out past the Senior Frogs and all the other stuff there. And obviously there's cheaper drinks, but I want to get more of the authentic food. That's where you get more of the authentic food. There was seafood shacks. You'll see this all on the blog. There was seafood shacks, more authentic seafood shacks than any of the chains that you could have gotten there on, I believe it was West Bay or whatever the street leading up to Senior Frogs is. That's all chain, by the way. But yes, you go further down, there's actually like seafood shacks, and those are where you get like the authentic jerk chicken. I think I passed a jerk chicken place. It was early in the morning, so the jerk chicken place wasn't open. But I mean, let me tell you, that is the kind of stuff that I really like when I go to ports, and I don't need to see the ship, quite frankly, to feel safe, because I know, Bahamas is quite safe. And there are other ports. Amber Cove is also another one that's, even if you go outside of the port area in Amber Cove, it's still relatively safe. But I don't know if seeing the cruise ship, Bill, does that make you feel safe or no?
No, not really. I mean, there's only been a few ports that I went to that I didn't really want to go outside the gates, and that was just recently, Ocho Rios. I did that one. I didn't want to leave outside the gate because they had a little port area now, which was nice. So, but I've never felt safe in Jamaica outside the port area unless I was on an excursion with somebody else. Belize is another one. I did walk out the gates, but I turned around not long after I went out and wound up walking back because it didn't feel right. I didn't feel comfortable. And I've learned a long time ago, hey, go with your gut feeling. Well, how do you feel about that? Something doesn't seem quite right about that. What's another one? Belize, Jamaica.
How about
Ensenada this time? I mean, I've always gone out in Ensenada. I've always gone out, take the bus downtown, sit around that little the little fountain area where they had the big wall, and I've always gone down there and Papas and Beers. That's where I was going this time. I wanted to go to Papas and Beers. Think Senior Frogs on steroids. I wanted to go to Papa and Beers. But something in my head, like, nah, don't risk it. I mean, if there is some kind of attack, it'll be a crowded place like that because that creates terror. It's not, I mean, it's not like, oh, no, look, they're civilians, leave them alone. That's not the way that it works. Not saying that this is a drug cartel versus the government. So it's not the same. It's not like they're just trying to create havoc. But if you were trying to create havoc, if you wanted to hurt Mexico and you don't have an army to compete with Mexico, what do? Well, tourism is really big here. So if we make it to where the tourists don't come, we've hurt Mexico. We've hurt their government. Well, that's what you would do. And if an incident happened down there in Ensenada, if it happened in Puerto Vallarta, it's going to be a while before they get back to normal, people. It's going to be a while before anybody feels like, you know what? That's where I want to go. I'm going to go hang out nightlife in Puerto Vallarta. So,
right. And we've seen ports like this. Like, remember Labadee earlier this year or last year that got pulled? Labadee. I have never been. I hadn't sailed there, but I know that had gotten pulled for a little while. I think it's back. It might not be. I'm not sure, but I know that is one that always kind of has that like civil unrest. People are always like, should we get off the ship? It's Haiti. It's not. Like, there is a port area, obviously, but if you go outside of that, I mean, Bill, you've been there, correct?
No, I've never been there. But the port area is probably sealed off enough where that would be fine. It's going outside the gates is where you run into the problem. The same thing like, Jamaica. It's you stay in that port area, you'll feel safe. Military guard in the place, you'll feel pretty safe. It's when you walk outside the gates is when it's not comfortable.
But is the good stuff outside the gates?
Well, that's the local vibe. I mean, to me, it's you don't.
Is the good stuff outside the gates? Is it? Are you safe? Are we safe, Bill? Are we safe?
You're never safe. I mean, you could, if whatever city you're in now, anything could happen to you. And most ports, that's the way it feels. It's like, hey, common sense, no dark alleys, stay over here, don't buy anything you're not supposed to buy. You feel safe in most ports. Some of us, Scott. Some of us. Some of us, Scott. So yeah, you know, feel safe, but it's the other things that make me not feel safe. You know, because a lot of times I don't think we understand how poor some of these countries are.
You're right.
So as far as we're talking robberies here. I don't wear watches. I don't wear jewelry. I don't wear anything of value. I mean, the biggest thing I have is my camera and my phone, and I'm very careful as far as how I pull them out. Yeah. Just walk it within your hand. No, I take my pictures. I put them away.
Right.
Take my pictures and put them away. I mean, I don't flash anything because, you know, that phone, you know, $1,000, $1,500, that camera, $1,000. That's quite a bit of money to some people.
It is.
Me included, but I'm not going to rob you for it. Yep. And you see them pull up on a bike, and you've heard the stories, and just, you know, grab the phone out of somebody's hand. Yep. It's so what I don't understand, and this is kind of a little off the subject. I go into Facebook groups. When I go on a cruise, I go into Facebook groups.
So do I.
Facebook groups, they put things on their door, magnets or whatever, and then they get upset when people steal it. I mean, if it makes you that I mean, they get furious.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, if it makes you that upset, maybe you shouldn't put anything on your door. No, they shouldn't steal it. I got that. I know that. But if you get so upset that you're ready to fight because somebody stole you a duck off the door, yeah, maybe you shouldn't put it out there. You don't have the right mentality to put stuff out on your porch because it shouldn't upset you that much.
Bill.
You had to know that going in that this is a possibility of something that might happen. And a lot of times it's just kids.
Bill, I know it's been a few weeks, but did you remember we had a whole segment for this? We created you a segment.
I know, but this came up.
No, this is what you saved this till the end.
This just came up.
Okay, people, this was the get off my lawn, and I didn't even have the chance to play the bumper because he didn't even let me know. Okay. So don't steal the magnet.
It's always a get off your lawn moment. Have you ever watched the Avengers and not Tony Stark? What's the Hulk? And they ask something about it's time for him to get angry. He says, "Well, that's the good part. I'm always angry." Well, that's apparently me. I'm always angry.
I'm a Bill's always angry.
Hello, you want me to tell you? Go ahead. I had a story on my flight back. Have you ever seen that video where a guy is like yelling at everybody because some kid is making noise, won't stop crying, and he's just yelling? And how that kid didn't even pay for a ticket. I paid for a ticket. Anyway, I had that moment on here. I really am like, oh my goodness, I can't take this little kid kicking him. I'll tell that story later. How about that? I'll tell that story. I got a couple of stories from this cruise ship. I felt uncomfortable.
Oh, there we go. Cruise Nuts. This is going to be good. The Cruise Nuts. And I know the people are hopping in and out and they're trying to find Facebook, I think, is working. I'm not sure. So people are hopping in and out. I see the numbers going up and down and up. And I know people are trying and we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for working through this. But me and Bill can always just talk, and this will be obviously this is what this is. This is a cruise talk, and we love that you guys can normally input, but if not, you know, me and Bill will talk until.
I wonder why we can see some, or maybe people are they not commenting? Maybe they don't like the subject. I don't know.
No, that is definitely not true because I'm getting messages. I'm not checking them right now, but I see them of them. They're like, I'm there. I'm trying to talk. I'm there. Oh. I see you guys. So on the side, people that have me on Facebook Messenger. Let's see. Tay Eats is here. Hello, Tay Eats. Welcome.
Tay Eats.
On Facebook side. Carol Handy is here, dropping by to say hello. I will catch the replay. It's definitely going to be a replayable replay. There's going to be a lot here. Kelly from My Bring It Every Day is here. Hello, Kelly. Welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday, hump day. Keisha's also here. Hello, Keisha. Chris M is here. Now Chris M is showing up. He went on the Facebook and came back. We appreciate you guys. All right, cool. So Bill, tell us. I know I have a question. So I have a question with this before I let you roll. I know this is going to go somewhere, but I want to ask you a centralized question about this port and port security. So we're talking about the different ports that you may or may not feel safe. And my real question to everybody was, do you feel safe? And comment outside this when you guys are watching the replay. That's the one big question. Do you feel safe if you see the ship, or is that like bullshit, BS? Okay, is that because I've heard that? Oh, I feel safe if I see the ship, but if you don't, or if you do, and you wander off in a port, any port, Bill, right? As a former law enforcement, what is number one tip you can give someone to have besides awareness, right? We always have to have our head on a swivel. That's not a tip, right? That's just social. Don't be a knucklehead. Okay. Don't look.
But that's the tip, because most people are knuckleheads.
But give us another. What's another tip that somebody may not know, or bring us back to our conscious when we're out there, a new cruiser or even a seasoned cruiser like myself, to be aware of, more
just, you know, what we talked about earlier. But basically, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. I mean, and this is this is going away from the simple. If somebody has a deal too good to be true, and you got to walk down some alley, don't do it. If somebody's trying to get you into a car and you don't see the little license or whatever, and I can show you, I can take you around, probably don't do it. I mean, feel comfortable, but if they take you down and make a right into an alley. Make a right into an alley, and then you go like, oh man, why did I get into this car? Why didn't I just stick with somebody from like the port area? Now, have I done it? Yeah, I made it. Yeah, I made it. I had a couple people try to beat me as far as price wise, but no, I mean, but the biggest one is listen to your subconscious, listen to your heart. Hey, that doesn't seem right. Don't do it. And in this case, I'm not going to play dumb. I mean, if Mexico is having problems with drug cartels, now might not be the time to go venture off in Mexico. And I don't know enough, and that's because I don't know enough about where the drug cartels are at. I mean, they might be all over, but the particular ones that are fighting with the government, where are they located at? And Ensenada was a little further away. And like, Cozumel and things like that. And we stopped in Cabo the day before. Now we could easily have stopped in Puerto Vallarta before. Mm-hmm. See, because somebody, they were talking about, oh, it's fine. Matter of fact, Royal sent out a letter. Hey, we're still going to Ensenada because they haven't had any terrorism acts as of yet.
As of yet.
What? And that's really what stopped me from getting off the ship. What do you mean you haven't had any terrorism as of yet? Are we expecting any? We think there might be something that's going to happen. And when they said that, it's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Everybody, you can go out there and buy your little keychains or whatever you want. Have your chocolate martinis. I'm not getting off the ship because when I got the cruise line, yeah, we haven't had any terrorism activity as of yet. You told me all I needed to know.
Yep.
Stay on the ship.
I'll tell you, the free bracelet, it's not free.
Nothing's free.
Not free. I saw somebody in Bahamas get sucked in there. I knew they were a new cruiser. It was a young couple. And I walked past and me and Sam walked. Oh, yeah, she put. Oh, that. Oh, I didn't even know how much that guy gave them. But yeah, it suckered them right in the free bracelet or the free present. No matter if they do it in Egypt, they do it in Bahamas. Yeah, don't do it. Don't. No, thank you very much. Don't be afraid. Here's my tip. Don't be afraid to say no. Okay?
No.
Just because you're in, I want to say yes. I feel bad for the little kids. I feel bad for the. No. Thank you very much. Take your thing back. I'm good. Thank you very much. I don't need
Forget them kids.
Yeah, eat them kids. Eat them kids. Get off of me.
Just keep walking. No. And I mean, a lot of these ports are like that, which I don't like ports like that. Which
I don't
is,
either,
just, as you Costa Maya was like that, and Cozumel. I mean, but I just keep it moving. Don't even slow down.
Right.
Don't even slow down. Just keep no. Yes. I mean, I was always raised to be nice, polite. No, thank you. Oh no, that's okay. But then the person right behind them do the same thing. No, and then no, just keep walking.
No, right.
Forget them kids. I don't care how small or innocent they look.
Trisha is here. Trisha said, hello, Trisha. Trisha agrees with you. I'm not getting in anyone's car who just randomly offered me a deal.
They do it all the time, though. They do it all. People do it all the time which
Unless they
I,
got
I understand it, and more than likely you'll be okay. But all it takes is one or two times, and next thing you know, everybody gets a bad rep. But that's why they have, first of all, especially like the United States, Ubers and stuff like, even at the ports, the people will come pull up. Hey, you need a ride to the airport? Yeah, it saves you $15 to get to the airport. But what if they get in an accident? It's like nobody's covered.
I mean, Trisha, if they had that in the car from Bonsai, you want to know what? I might get in. That might be the last time you see me, but I would get in for that. Just saying. Keisha says, unless I have an excursion booked, typically through the cruise line, I stay close to the port. See, there we go.
Yeah.
Stay close to the port. And I know a lot of people, this isn't where we listen and we don't judge. Okay. This is not,
Right.
oh, you stay closer to the port, you're scared. No, we're just asking.
Well, I might judge a little bit.
Okay. Bill's going to judge a little bit, but that's why he's got a segment. Cruising Chris M says, I have not ever felt unsafe getting off at a port. We wonder quite a bit, but growing up in the city, we are always aware of our surroundings. Yep. And I agree. I don't feel right. If it doesn't feel right, you don't go. You have that gut intuition, right? And there's that moment of decision where you're like, yeah, I could, because it's going to be real fun, or it seems like it, or I might lose a few fingers and toes. So we might not do this.
Well, and I want to clarify, just like Chris says, getting off at a port. I don't know what when you say that. You see, like if you go to Amber Cove, you get off at that port. That's not really the area. That's your enclosed area. You're safe. You're good.
That's right.
Costa Maya, you're
Same
safe.
thing. Yeah.
We're talking about walking outside the gate.
Yeah.
Ensenada is one of those places where they don't have like a port area. They take you downtown Ensenada. You're there with all the locals. You're out there. That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about, at least. Getting off in a port area. No, I never felt unsafe. The Ensenada one, there was just nothing to do in the port area. So it's like, if it's nothing to do in the port area, why don't you just stay on the ship?
Right.
And
or Progresso, right? Progresso, they pull in and it's just like, boop, there you are, industrial little city. Take the bus downtown, or take the bus to the little marketplace downtown, right? Little whatever it is.
I don't know why it's like that. Once there's no like no port built up port area, they drop you off in the city.
Forgot about that. Some parts of Alaska too, but I mean, you kind of want to do that with Alaska. You kind of just I want my ship to be. I want to be out there in Alaska. I want to go back to Alaska. I do. Mortis, he said, does it mean they won't have any? Won't have any what? Does it mean they won't have any? Have any what? Clarify. Embarkation Nation is here. Hello, Embarkation. Welcome in. Happy to see you.
They were the ones that were in Aruba when we were having those problems down there in Venezuela. I was just curious, like, hey, did you see any warships going by, parked in the water? Did you feel safe? They got videos out there. Go check them out.
Ooh, yeah, that is. Trisha says, we're going to Cozumel March 11th. I think we can cancel our trip to Paradise Beach up to 24 hours before. So if no issues, March 9th, I think we're going to keep it. Yeah.
I mean, you have to understand Cozumel, where they have problems in Cozumel is 1,500, 2,000 miles away. Yeah, they're not close. So yes, I would still keep my reservation there.
Yeah, and Chris and Liz, I think they just went out in Cozumel and they were completely fine. They said it was
I mean it's not even weird. It's like something happened in LA and then in New York it's like, oh no, I can't do that. They're having riots in LA. We can't go. No, that's how far you're away. So I wouldn't worry about that. But when I say I wouldn't worry about it, if I started hearing about unrest spreading throughout the country, then I wouldn't do it.
You just gotta keep your feelers out. Keep the feelers out. Oh, somebody record that, Danny. Keep the feeler. We'll have that next week, people.
Oh, boy,
we'll have that next week, people, because brought to you by Bill at the Hibachi. That's right. Oh no!
I don't like people playing with my food. It's flipping my food like I'm a trained seal. Here, catch this. No thanks. Can you just cook my food and give it to me?
Can you just Emerald Coast Cruiser is here, Mr. Frankie Floyd. Hello, Frankie Floyd. Welcome and good to see you. Oh, it depends on the port. Yes, it for me it depends on the port. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't think there's any port that I won't not go out in. I mean, luckily I do have some friends in Jamaica, so I would not go out in Jamaica without that friend. She has a tour group and everything like that. I would not just wander the streets of Jamaica. But I mean, I know there's other ones out there. Belize right now is definitely one of them for sure. Labadee is definitely another one for sure. So you have to have a little awareness and the port areas in those. If you do decide to go out, I wouldn't leave past the port areas.
Right.
Thanks for the shout out, Bill. Antoinette at Fun is here. Hello, Antoinette. Welcome in, making her way in the Facebook way that chats can be seen. I'm so sorry about what's going on. Mona did what is here. Hello, Mona did what? Welcome in.
Hey, Mona.
Keisha said I feel a little uneasy at one of the I felt a little uneasy at one of the beaches in Cabo a couple years ago, aka the toting masked militiamen. They were to protect, but I felt very uneasy.
Some of those resorts had people like on the what's the motorized thing you riding in the water?
Segway? Oh, jet skis.
Jet skis. They had them coming around shooting up some of these resort areas. So they have to do what they do to protect everybody. But yeah, I mean, you don't have a problem until you do.
Right.
You don't have a problem until you do. And I mean, that's the way that I always look at it. But that's wherever I go. If I go to Vegas, if I go to, New York, LA, I'm always like trying to be aware where I'm at.
Always. Anywhere. Up the street. Shit.
Up the street.
Yes, that's what I was referring to. If anything starts up, haven't heard anything in Cozumel currently. No, it's believe me, I was giving Chris and Liz stuff today about going out, or yesterday. I don't even remember what it was. And they came back, they were fine. She did joke with me because I sent her a text, "Are you alive?" And she said no. And I was like, "You jackass." But no, she was like, "No, it was fine. You can't, no, nothing was even, it was fine. Everything was good." So Cozumel, I'm glad because I like Cozumel, and I don't know if I'm going there soon, but I am going back on that ship though, Trisha, just not in March, but all right, let's see. Antoinette did make it in. Antoinette Fun. Hello, Antoinette. Welcome in. Good to see you. Travel says we live in a country with active shooters kill active shooter drills and kill it in kindergarten. Get off all these ports. Just walk down in Cozumel. It's a beautiful day. Exactly. Beautiful day.
Yeah, I mean, it is. As I said, it is until it isn't. Puerto Vallarta wasn't a good day to get off at the port. I know we do that in our kindergarten classes, but no. When they're actively having civil unrest, not a good time to get off the ship. Now, almost any other time, you're more than fine to get off the ships. And apparently, right now, I mean, you can go to Ensenada and all these other places and not have a problem. But yeah, when it's going on, you don't know how far it's going to spread. You don't know how far the reach is. Yeah, people just don't do that. Don't do that. And when you do get off the ports, pay attention for signs. And a lot of times they'll give you warnings as far as like the State Department. Just stay away from real crowded places, real crowded venues, the malls, the sporting events. Stay away from those, because that's a lot of times where it starts.
Where the crowds are. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's called terrorism for a reason, because they want terror, and that's how you get terror. So people are free to do whatever they want to do, but no, just because you've done it, think how many people have been to Puerto Vallarta in the past. Oh, it's great, it's perfect, I wouldn't go there any day. Well, ask the people that were there or still there because they can't get out now how perfect it is. You don't know until you know.
Right. Travel says people don't realize that Mexico is an actual country, West Coast, East Coast.
It is. I mean, yes. So what's going on the West Coast has really very little to do with what's on the East Coast. And like Cozumel and Costa Maya and all that, I mean, it's business as usual. They're still making their money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They definitely still are making their money. Believe me. Everything was open. There was nothing that was closed. So, all right. Let's see here. Let's see. Bill, you want to know what? I'm gonna roll this, and I'm gonna let you tell us your story about the plane. I believe that's what you wanted to tell us.
Get off my lawn.
I have never had problems with kids. Then I made the mistake of going on a Virgin cruise to see how peaceful it can be without kids. I've been on a couple of cruises that had very few kids on it. Some of these long 29-day cruises, very few kids. But this kid on the airplane yesterday was literally sitting behind me, just kicking my chair. And I normally don't say anything, but they kept kicking and screaming and yelling, kicking and screaming, and the parents ain't saying nothing. I mean, they're just being quiet. I actually turned around and gave him a look, and then Dad is sitting over there. So I look at Dad, like, just do anything. They really didn't help out. They really didn't help out. And this was...
They really didn't help out.
I didn't have my noise-canceling headphones with me. I had put them away. I didn't have them with me. So I'm listening to screaming and yelling, and that kid just continuously... I'm like, can you give the kid some liquor or something, put him to sleep? Anywho, I mean, that's my story. I mean, I just realized I like some of the adults better than these kids. And that's, most parents have their kids under control. Now, every now and then you do have a child. I understand. What I didn't understand is, as far as like the crying, it was the kicking of the back seat. It wasn't like crying and out of control, just kicking the back seat. This kid was playing and slamming the tray up and down, bang, 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 bang. But every time they bring it back up, I'm sitting here and it's hitting me in the back of the head. And please do something. Anyway, that's that.
This Trisha said, give that kid some NyQuil.
Yes, before you get on the plane. I'm sorry, maybe not. I don't want to be doing that. I also, another kid story from this cruise, which is why it's like I can't wait to get back on Virgin, any other cruise ship. So I'm on the cruise, and I'll picture walking down the hallway to your room. Okay, Mom, Dad, and about a 5 or 6 year old boy. Mom and Dad walk in front of me. Kid is behind me. The kid starts yelling like somebody shot him. And he runs up to Mom and Dad. Mom is like, well, what happened? Did somebody do something to you? Now, we're the only ones in the hallway. Did somebody do something to you? And that little kid was yelling and screaming, and he couldn't tell them what happened. I'm like, please cameras be working. I mean, it was crazy. Nothing ever happened of it. They took the kid and just kept on walking. I made a quick turn. I probably looked guilty as could be because first time I got a chance, I turned. But just yelling and screaming out of his mind like something that really happened to him. And maybe it did. I don't know because he was behind me. I got cameras to prove it, hopefully.
That's obnoxious. These parents that don't parent their kids.
Yes.
It's obnoxious.
It was a bad trip for me. This whole trip. There was another case where I was up on the 15th floor taking some pictures outside, and an old man. Now, if I'm calling him old, he was old. He was old. I'm taking pictures outside, and then I hear something fall down. Boom, 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 knocked all over. I'm like, oh, what happened? I walk in. He's down on the ground bleeding. It's just me and him up there. I'm like, this can't be happening to me. I mean,
this can't be happening.
Oh, he just slipped. He just slipped. Well, that's not the way it usually works, sir. He's bleeding. And I mean, he really did. He said, trying to talk to him, and he thinks he passed out, but he's not sure what happened. And we're the only ones there. I really don't know what happened to him. He fell, but I don't know why he fell. Oh, it's you again. The little kid now this old man. You're just taking out everybody on the ship.
Oh, it's you again.
Let's run the cameras back on this one. So anyway, it was a memorable trip for me, just for a few reasons. That kid on the airplane, that kid in the hallway, and this old man. I guess hopefully he's all right. Sorry, sir, if you're not, but hopefully he's all right. But he was bleeding. I mean, it was like he was all cut up. I'm like, how did you even get that cut up? Even I was questioning. I'm like, oh, come on, somebody had to do something to you. Even I was like saying that, and I was the only one there.
Oh my God. Mona said, my son was taught to sit in his seat quietly, please and thank you. Right? That's the way it should be.
Well, it's
that's nice. That's nice. Polite. We need Bill and Dave to do a Get Off My Lawn show. Oh God, oh God, we would need so long for that.
No,
I'm going to go back up to this one real quick, and then I'm going to go back down to that one. Chris said, the last time we went to Labadee, there was only, because he does Cruise Royal a lot, there were only 3 or 4 more cruises. Then it was shut down. When we were there, we didn't feel unsafe. The gated area is not in plain sight of the Royal Caribbean area. Oh, the gated, okay.
Well, see, that's what I'm going back to my question. The gated area. Were you on the inside of that or the outside of that? Inside, you're going to be fine. Outside is where you have the problems. Well, most of the time. I mean, I guess you could have problems inside the gates, but
yeah, you could. I don't understand how or why the parents would let that happen. I would not have let that. Yeah, kick it.
I don't know either. I don't know why. If I saw my grandchild when I had kids, I mean, they never did that. Did they cry? Sometimes, probably. But here's some NyQuil, and we'll see you when we get there.
We'll see you when we get there. Thank goodness I'm driving to the port next Friday. I know, right? Oh my Lord, thank goodness for you. Keisha said, "Poor Bill, the kids out to ruin your cruises and your flights."
But
how old was he?
Oh. Yes, that kid was 5 or 6. The old man, he was. I'd say he mid 80s maybe. He was old, but he had like his towel, like he was getting out some sun, and maybe doing lap. I mean, he looked in decent shape until he was spread out on the ground. Bleeding, and then he can't explain what happened. And here's me again. I'm up here. Oh, I don't know what happened.
Do you remember? No.
I know. Well,
as he's bleeding from his head.
You didn't do this to yourself, did you? I don't think so.
Run the cameras. Run it back.
That's all I can say. Run the cameras. I'm done.
Not always. There are ports you need to go far away from the port to explore. Yeah, travels with PNB. I mean, you look on his page, he explores every port, and you can't see the damn cruise ship. Well, unless he shows you, you can't see the cruise ship in any one of his port videos. You will see that in many European and UK cruises. Yeah. To really see the landscapes that you want, and that's what I.
They don't have ports there. They have places where you get off the ship and they set up a couple of chairs there and stands. Mm-hmm. They don't have ports there. When you walk out, you're with the people. You're with the locals. But that's why they give you all those warnings. Don't get in this car. Don't do this. Our cars have this color, license for drivers. And
Paul said, even on the last cruise I went on, there were beautiful places in the Caribbean that I couldn't see near the port. I do excursions, rarely go off on my own. Do you go off on your own, Bill?
I go off on my own.
Yeah,
I do. I mean, I don't. It doesn't bother me much, but it depends on where I'm at. It depends on where I'm at. The last time, Noumea, which is in the French Polynesian, a little while back, that it's part of France. Anyway, they want to break away. They want to be their own country. They want to get away from France. And France says, nope, we don't want that to happen. So they were going to vote. There was enough people on Noumea that they could have voted to separate from from France. But France then changed it. Okay, well, anybody who's in France that owns land or anything over there in Noumea, you can vote in their election. And they had started having a little dust up about that because they really wanted to be their own little country. I was out there and they had protests. They weren't flipping cars or anything at the time, and I felt bad for them. All they want to do is have their own little country, and I felt bad for them. But no, but that was in the middle of nowhere. I mean, a lot of those countries, you're walking with the locals.
Mm. I had no problem walking with the locals. Trisha said, I've always done excursions, but next time in Nassau, I think I'm going to go for a walk to Grey Cliff. That's right. Hope you watched the long video because it's really not a long walk to Grey Cliff. It probably took us 12 minutes. So
I walked to it, and I don't walk. But I made it, and it's not that far.
It's not far.
And
it's a little uphill.
A few things to do there. Matter of fact, a little further away from there is the Queen's Staircase, which is a nice visit.
Yes. Yeah. But there's chocolate making at Grey Cliff. There's moonshine tasting. There's candle making. There's cigar making. You can even go and just watch them roll a cigar if they're there because they still work there. So it's cool. It's a cool experience.
It is.
And free. Linda. It's not all free. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not all free, but there you can walk around for free. Yes.
And when I say expensive, even like the cigars, it's very expensive cigars. I'd buy one and smoke one there just because I'm there, but I wouldn't dare. The cigars are decent, just not worth the money that they're charging. But that's a lot of Bahamas. Some people swear by the rum cakes. What's Grey Cliff, Scott? Grey Cliff is many things.
So it's Grey Cliff is a hotel and resort where a lot of famous people have stayed back in the day, including Michael Jordan. Politicians to athletes to the elites there's the list goes on and on. In my long video, you'll see that I actually do a little pan over as you get to the actual hotel, which you can still stay in. You can't walk in there for free, but you can walk around some of the other amenities like the candle making class, the wine making. They make their own wine there. They make their own moonshine. And there's a whole bunch of other things to do, but it is I don't want to say the largest, but it is probably the most it's privately owned, which is why a lot of people don't make it that far up to, I shouldn't say that far, but make it up there because they don't know too much about it. The cruise companies are not pushing people there because it's privately owned. Okay. So if you've ever heard of referrals by the cruise companies, yes, I'm sorry to break it to you, but those companies on land are paying the cruise companies to tell you that place is good. Okay. So Grey Cliff is privately owned and they're not paying anybody to tell people how good Grey Cliff is. So that's where people like myself come in, which is why I put that little short video out. Everybody's like, oh, why was that video so short? That video with Greg is just a connector video to get you to the other Grey Cliff video of me actually walking there with Rich from No Pens Profits. We did a candle making class. I took you down to the cigar. We actually made the candle ourselves, but then I took you down to where the cigar was. He did a wine tasting because I don't do wine. We did a moonshine tasting with Captain Moonshine, super cool guy. So it's a really cool experience. We ate he ate the goat pepper chocolate. I ate a Caribbean chocolate. I was not burning my mouth. We're not doing that even for a vlog. I don't eat hot shit like that. So, but if there was like goat pepper, which is supposed to be like 4 times, 5 times hotter than the hottest chocolate or blah, 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 whatever, he survived it. It was fine. But yeah, it's good. It's fun. It's fun. If you go to Nassau, which I know a lot of you guys will do, check out the little short video that will connect you at the end, or go to the Grey Cliff video that I have on my page, and it's a fun time. And Bill, you like you said, that wasn't the first time you went.
I've been a few times, and I like cigars. So I'll go up there and they have a lounge. I don't want to call it a lounge, but a little place to smoke cigars. They serve some alcohol, but they have like Scott was saying, they have a lot of things to do up there. You can do. You don't have to spend any money So you get a little thing of moonshine, things like that. So you know, and it's interesting to see, like cigar rolling. You can go see that, which is I did. I went up there, and one of these days, I forget how much it was, $80 or $90 to take the class to roll your own cigar. Yeah, I think that would be nice to do for me, for somebody like me. I think that would be nice to do. So maybe the next time that I go, as long as there's no civil unrest. No, I'm just talking. I'll go there and just spend a little afternoon there. They have a restaurant up there. I mean, it's come a long way since when
I should have bought a bottle of moonshine. I regret not buying a bottle of moonshine. Somebody that goes there, give me the White Lightning. That's the one that you got to taste. Go to Captain Moonshine, get that White Lightning. Woo, boy! Mango's good too, but oh boy, that White Lightning will put hair on places that, my lord. Thank God. Yeah, it's kind of working, Danny, sort of for some people, not everybody. That sounds good. I would go there. Yeah, you should. I've been to the Queen Staircase when my hubby and I did a 10 best of Nassau excursion. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. I love the rum cakes. I need to see if that's walkable too. Bahamas Rum Cake Factory. Yep. Very walkable. Very, very walkable.
It is. I think if it's the one I think it is, it's walkable.
No, I'm not really a wine. I did try the strawberry wine. They all of their wines, they have their own wine there. Grey Cliff wine. I forget whatever it's labeled, but you can make your own wine there at their own place. I think they send you home with like 3 bottles of wine, but there's like this strawberry wine that Rich wanted me to taste. It was okay. You'll see my reaction on, but wine is not my thing. It's just not like wine. I don't know. So when are you cruising with Bill now, Scott? Since you stood him up on the last cruise, yeah, Bill. When are we going? I'm thinking about May.
You didn't stand me up.
Anybody want to go in May? Anybody want to go in May?
I gotta look at that.
Hello, Ron. Welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. I'm glad your chat is working, because for half of the world over here, it is not. It's not working. Umbrella Lane is right there too. Then you can go to the Umbrella Lane. That's Umbrella Lane is where Great Cliff is. That's exactly it. Yep.
I think that is Umbrella Lane is a little further down.
Oh,
I think if it's where I'm thinking it is.
Okay. Well, there's a little umbrella thing before, so that's how you know you got to. Maybe it's not the actual lane, but I want some mango moonshine. Haven't had any, but I love mango. Oh, it's so cheap there too. It's so good. Salted caramel sounds delicious, right? Oh. The caramel was pretty good. See, the fam went. That's right, the fam went. They just posted a video too about it, I believe. Travels with PNB said, I think the Rum Cake Factory in Bahamas is like 15 minutes away. Yeah, the little sample was so good, right? So good. So good. All right, awesome. I have gotten all the way down to the bottom, and let's see. Trisha said, that's me. Trisha said, I need Scott to go on MSC Seashore November 8th, so I have someone to walk around Nassau with. That's far enough. Seashore. I might be able to do that.
Seashore, that's one out of Miami. Seascape is went to Texas, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Gotta be. But yeah, that sounds far enough. That sounds like where we would cruise next. May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, it'd be like October, November. So yeah, you can
try your first.
Remind me. That sounds pretty good.
I
take my MSC buddy with me.
Yeah.
Take my MSC buddy with me.
I forgot you've been on MSC. I was about to say, you can try an MSC album, but you've been on the best ship of all time.
MSC World America. Port Canaveral. I love Port Canaveral. All 3 of my cruises will be out of Port Canaveral this year, huh? How about that? You've been on the seashore, right, Bill?
Yeah, a couple of times, 2 or 3, 4 times. I don't know.
There you go.
I like it. I like Seashore. I like Seascape better because of the configuration they have for the sports bar, casino, because they made the sports bar with slot machines in it. That means if I have free drinks at the casino, I can just get my drinks right there, and it works out really well for me. Seashore, they changed it a little bit. They had like bowling or something in it. No, it wasn't good.
Is the Queen Steer still open, Bill?
As far as I know, it is.
I think so too.
It wasn't like I think the last time I was there, I just said it. I went to Great Cliff and I didn't go.
Yeah, I think. Well, I'm before that. So if it was before, yeah. So it was last September. So, all right, sweet. Well, Bill, this has been a trying and fun episode. I know so many more of you wanted to say something. I appreciate you. I've watched the numbers go up and down. I know you guys have been trying to get in. I know it started to work. It started to rework. So I appreciate you guys sitting in the background. I've gotten some texts that are like, "Oh, we're still sitting in the background. We can hear you, but nothing's going on." So thank you for all those people. Thank you for the people that have chatted. Mr. Will G has entered the chat. Hello, Mr. Will G. Welcome in. Embarkation Nation said we enjoyed the seascape and Bill teaching us the best spots on the ship.
No, that's my mistake. Whatever that little lounge name was, telling people about that. Now they all come in there. The problem with that is now instead of like a couple of people being in there, you have 30 people in there, and there's like 15 different conversations going on at one time while the band is trying to play. So but no, it's a great spot. I forget the name of the cafe, Loft Cafe or something like that.
Cafe Loft. Well, I don't know who else is on, but drop them in the chat. Give a little CC raid. Bill, are you bantering? Oh my God, you don't banter tomorrow. What are you vlogging tomorrow?
I don't. No. I don't. I'm supposed to have a video ready, but the Wi-Fi on my ship was the worst Wi-Fi that I've ever paid for. And I don't know how much you know about Wi-Fi, but the upload speed was about 2 megabytes per second. But to stream, that's data coming in. So for me to watch a movie or something like that, that's data coming in. Upload is like me sharing out, me going to stream, and it was the lowest I've ever seen. It was like 0.01 at certain points, and then it got up to 0.2. And the Wi-Fi kept cutting on and off. I was supposed to go on with Paul and talk about Virgin, which I happen to love Virgin, by the way. I got on live, but their Wi-Fi sucks too. Well, I do test. I do a speed test when I get on Wi-Fi on the ships. They Virgin and this ship had the worst Wi-Fi. But me and Paul are going to talk about Virgin next Monday at 6 p.m. I do believe.
Well, there you go. And you'll banter. Are you bantering?
I'm gonna do banter before that, but I'll have the thumbnails out. Hopefully, have another video out by this weekend.
Look at this guy.
And Scott is throwing out all his videos now.
Yeah. One a week. I think I found a little good spot on Monday. I don't know. It's probably late for some people, but my that's what my YouTube tells me to do. So we're gonna do that. I think it's 7 o'clock my time, so it's 9 o'clock your guys' time on Monday night. That's my new vlog time, 9 p.m. until I run out of, stuff.
Scott, I don't know how you do it. The West Coast, people on the West Coast, yikes. It's difficult as far as trying to keep up with what's going on. And we went to Cabo, and then we went ahead an hour, then we went back an hour. This was worse than traveling across the Pacific or the Atlantic Ocean, because I had no clue what day it was and what time it was. I don't know how you do it, getting up in the morning. I don't know how you do it. I know. It's crazy. Crazy. And then guess what? In the summer, we're about to get even further apart too. There's a 3 hours difference. So 3-hour difference. All right, everyone. Thank you so very much. Bill, lead us out of here. Oh, we have Thirsty Thursday tomorrow, just to let you know. I am back. So Thirsty Thursday. We're Thirsty Thursday. No match game, but Thirsty Thursday tomorrow. So, Mr. Bill, what do we always say? We are going to close this out with always remember to stay strong and embrace the journey. And Scott and I will see you tomorrow, Thirsty Thursday. And then we'll see you here next week for another Cruise Talk Live. As always, unless we're cruising, but next week we're good. I'm not cruising. Bye. Oh, no!